Hey, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Jerry and I am one frugal introvert. I get paid on a monthly basis and I'm learning how to both manage my money and how to make more of it. So happy Saturday, y'all. I hope you guys are doing well today. Normally I would do these videos on Sundays, but since I'm doing a new series on my channel called Savings Challenge Sundays, I figured I would start doing my weekly check-ins on Saturdays. So in today's video, I'm gonna be doing my weekly check-in for March 1st through the 9th, and I'm gonna be doing my cash unstuffing for the items that I purchased over the week. So if you guys are interested in seeing me do that, then stay tuned. All right, y'all, so I'm back, and I realized that I didn't fill out the actual column here, so I'll go ahead and do that on camera. So to start, my income for the month was $2,605.76. That is the actual amount that I did get. And so my expenses, I did budget them out to be $1,655.99 for the first week of the month, leaving me with $949.77 for the rest of the month. So I'm gonna come back and do this after I go through all of my expenses. So for my bills, my rent, I did budget that to be $550, but it was $539.78. My Verizon bill was $90, and that's what I budgeted. And then internet was the same, $54.99. So my bills, I did budget them to be $694.99. I did write the wrong number here, so I'm gonna have to fix that because the actual is a little bit less. So let's go ahead and add that up. So $539.78 plus 90 plus $54.99. That is $684.77. All right, so moving down to my variable expenses, I budgeted my groceries to be $50, but I was actually over budget $114.03. And if you guys remember from my last video, I was talking about how I was only really over budget by like $14 because I got like $30 back from Ibotta, and then I had $20 in rollover from groceries from last month, and so I used that to cover some of the groceries. My personal, I budgeted $15, I didn't spend anything, and then miscellaneous, I budgeted $20 and spent $11.95. So my budgeted variable expenses were $85, but they were $125.98. So if we take that and subtract the $50 for the groceries, $125.98 minus 50. Really, I only spent $75.98. All right, so moving down to debt, I did stuff the $350 that I budgeted for my student loans. And then going over to my savings and my investments, I did move the $300 to my Roth IRA. I am going to be working on that that investing video. I haven't started it yet, and that's because I was working on the Bitcoin video, and I'm actually still working on editing that one, so that will be up before the Roth IRA investment video. I did move the $50 over to my savings, and then I did move the $25 over to Robinhood. Now, I haven't invested it yet because that's going to go along with the Roth IRA investments. So I did budget $375, and I moved the $375. And then lastly, my sinking funds, I budgeted and stuffed the $151, and I will link that video up in the cards above if you want to go back and see that. So let's go ahead and total up all of my expenses for the week, which were $684.77 plus, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the $125.98. So let's do $125.98 plus $350 plus $375 and $151. So that is $1,686.75. So if we subtract that from the $2,605.76, that leaves me with $919.01. So this is actually a rough start to the month of April. I did so well last month, and I think I did really well for the first quarter, but this second quarter of the year is not looking too good so far. So let me go ahead and go to my happy planner, and then we'll really see what my expenses were for the week. All right, so this is where I track all of my expenses. So as you can see, day one, the first day of the month, is where I make all of my purchases. So that's my rent, my Verizon. I did purchase my groceries. I did make a personal expense and I forgot about that. I'm gonna have to go back and readjust this because I put down that I didn't make a personal expense, but I forgot. All right, hold on, y'all. Let me make some readjustments. This is actually worse than I thought, y'all. So I only have $908.18 instead of the $949.77 that I thought I was gonna have left over. Not good. All right, but we'll make it work. All right, so like I said, the $1083 I did spend for personal, and then Saturday and Sunday were no spend days. On Monday, these were two very unexpected expenses, and I honestly shouldn't have made these purchases anyway, but I'm kind of glad that I did as far as the wine tasting. So I work at a tech school and the culinary arts students are raising money to go study abroad. And so it was $50 to do a wine tasting for 2 nights. So this past Wednesday, I went to the first wine tasting and the theme was France for that night. And then next Wednesday, the theme will be Italy. It was very good. We tasted 5 different wines. They had food. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to eat most of the food because it was all meat and I don't eat meat. They had like duck confit and they had lots of like sausages and things like that. So I was like really limited to what I could eat, which was basically like bread and cheese and grapes. But the wine was really good and they gave away 10 bottles of wine and I won 1 bottle. And so I'm gonna go back next week. Hopefully for Italian night, they're gonna have like some pasta or something and maybe I'll be able to eat that. But that's what the $50 was for. And I'm gonna take that out of my Jerry envelope. And then the water, y'all. So I usually take a bottle of water with me, a refillable bottle with me every day to work. And I left it on my nightstand and I was so mad. And so I really needed my water. So I had to spend $1.75 for the vending machine just to buy a bottle of water. So that's what that expense was. Internet came out on Tuesday, no spend Wednesday. Thursday is when I purchased my Bitcoin for $100. This isn't necessarily coming out of my paycheck. That basically came out of my savings challenge that I did last month. And then yesterday on Friday, I did go to Moles. I spent $10.20. So that's going to come from my miscellaneous. And then today, which is Saturday, that's a no spend day. So that's all of my purchases for the first 9 days of the month. So I really only had 1, 2, 3, 4 no spend days. So I mean, 4 out of 9 no spend days. It's not too bad, but I was hoping to have more. But I've still got plenty of time to play catch up because my goal is to get 12. So what I'm gonna do is, let's move everything over. All right, so I'm gonna start with my cash binder here, and I gotta take $50 out of my Jerry envelope, which is right here. And let me zoom you guys back out too. All right, so here is my Jerry envelope and I need to take $50 out. So let's see. 20, 30, 40, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. All right, so now we're left with $2. Which means I'm gonna have to erase all of my ladies on my tracker. Which is unfortunate, but you know, that's what this money is for. All right, so there we go, all clean. This is in my Etsy shop as well if you wanna grab it. So I'm gonna stick this right in the back. All right, so I think I'm done with this. Yeah, done with this one. I already took the $100 out of my savings challenge envelope for the Bitcoin, so I don't have to worry about that. And so now I just have to unstuff my wallet. All right, so I only stuffed 2 envelopes last week, which were miscellaneous and personal. And I do have this 20 in here, but I need to make some change. Oh, I also have 1 little quarter left in there too. All right, and personal, I've got the $15. I did use my my credit card to make that purchase for personal. So I need to reimburse myself. So let's go ahead and put this stuff up. never have change because I usually just use my credit card so I can get like rewards and stuff, and then I just reimburse myself. So I'm just gonna put this in here. And this is my change jar that never gets stuffed. All right, so $10.83 is what I spent on personal. I'm just gonna round it down to 10. And then we've got 5 in rollover. And then $20 I spent, let's see, $175 in the 1020. Let's add that up. 1020 plus 175, that is $11.95. So I'm gonna round that up to 12. So I need to give myself back $8. So let's see, I think I can, yeah. 5, 6, 7, $8. All right, so this is how much I have in rollover, which is 5, 10, 11, 12, $13 is what I have in rollover. So no one actually guessed correctly. The only person that actually did guess how much rollover I was gonna have was Tasha from Mind Your Money, and she guessed $5. So I am going to give her a shout out in this video. So I'm gonna link her channel below in the description box. So go and check her out if you haven't already. And so this is what I'm gonna take back to the bank, which if you guys have seen some of my previous videos, I did talk about how whenever I say this money is going back to the bank, I am the bank, basically. So I never take anything back to the bank. So I have 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 71, $72. This is really just gonna go in my wallet. And if I need to make any change or use these 20s, then I'm just gonna pull it from my wallet. And then this, I'm gonna be stuffing this, what is it, $13. So I'm gonna be stuffing this $13 in my savings challenge Sunday video, which will be tomorrow. And I'm going to, I think what I'm gonna do is just like put half of it in one of my savings challenge. I'm gonna split it basically. So yeah, you guys will see that tomorrow. So that was it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more like it in the future. I hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe, be blessed, and until next time, peace.